Mike Massetti. Bill, you must have thought of this at least once. Question, why don't you do long-form interviews kind of like Joe Rogan does on his podcast? The expense would be minimal, and since there's little to no editing, we would get a good amount of what we all love hearing you talk. Thank you, Mike. It's very kind of you to say, although I really don't think anybody's quite as fond of hearing me talk as I seem to be. We did a long format series of interviews, which I liked and I thought was really good. After hours, as usual for me, I had to just really produce the daylights out of that thing to get it looking good. And I thought it looked great. I thought it sounded great. And we did 7, 8, 9 of them, something like that. And each one of the interviews generated a 4 or 5, 6 segments. They're still in the can. They're very good. I think I'm very proud of them. And I'm very proud of the speakeasy thing that we did, that live show we did. But both of them require staffing, and it's the kind of thing that you need somebody constantly booking people and scheduling them and getting them up and running, and then you've got a whole editing team and stuff downstream, and it's just something beyond our capability right now. Although if the fund drive turns out to be as much fun as we think it would be, who knows? We're going to list our stretch goals, and that could certainly be one of them. And besides, I've done a number of interviews, and it's almost like your question contained the root of its own answer. If you want to hear me talking, then an interview show where I'm doing the interviewing is not the way to go. I've always felt that if you're going to interview somebody, your job is to ask the questions and then shut up. And so I just did an interview with Dave Sussman here yesterday from Whiskey Radio. Another great interview. He's a great interviewer. We talked for an hour. I'll see when it comes out. Make a link to it, but it was great. Talked about a bunch of great things, but I don't have the time to really hear what other people have to say. And it's an awful lot of work. Otherwise, I would do it because I personally enjoy it very much. Moving on here. Hey.